Protesters have been urged to articulate their demand for proactive engagement with all tiers of government. Plus, latest in the sports world. Good evening and welcome to the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am S.C. Omomaka. Now the news in detail. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Mustafa, says the military will not fold its arms and watch the destruction of lives and property in the ongoing nationwide protest. The Chief of Defense Staff stated this while addressing journalists on the ongoing nationwide protest, stressing that peace and development cannot be achieved in a state of anarchy.
Because the situation, the existential realities, feeds into these things and makes it a bit difficult. Okay. Because even everybody is affected. No, but what we are saying is that perhaps there is hope, if we incrementally reform, to get us out of this.
What are we doing to be able to get out of it? For instance, if you are removing the
Clearly, the security forces have done extremely very well, especially the Nigerian police force, have shown a lot of professionalism, including where members of the armed forces had to step in. But you can see that we have remained very professional in our conduct and will continue to do that, as long as the citizens also understand that there's a difference between peace and criminality. We are supporting the police all through, but we are just on standby. The police is doing a good job. They're handling the situation for now. And unless if it breaks beyond what they can handle, then the military will step in. And the military is on standby and we're watching day and night.
We do apologize for the mix-up in that report. Now, genuine protesters have been urged to call off the nationwide protest in view of the hijack by hoodlums perpetrating lawlessness in some parts of the country. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria are emphatic that no one stands to gain if criminals continue looting, destroying individual and government infrastructure. They urge the protesters to articulate the demands for proactive engagement with all tiers of government. Lydia Sampson reports.
Good Morning Nigeria condemned the unfortunate mayhem by some criminal elements who took cover under the projected nationwide peaceful protest to disrupt peace. The guest says strategic communication at the federal and subnationals, as well as engagement with the people for more understanding of proactive government initiatives, is key.
When crises like this are happening and people are saying, no, there is no need for it, it is because the situation, the existential realities, feeds into these things and makes it a bit difficult. Okay. Because even everybody is affected. No, but what we are saying is that perhaps there is hope, if we incrementally reform, to get us out of this.
What are we doing to be able to get out of it? For instance, if you are removing the oil subsidy, it means you are also saving a lot of funds for infrastructural development to be able to create an environment that will be able to lead to the establishment and of a lot of industries and attract a lot of foreign investment that will also engage the youths and the women. So they need to have confidence in all of this.
They are optimistic this will help in dousing the tension while requiring genuine protesters calling off the protest.
The youth should know that if today is destroyed, their future will be very, very bleak. So they should therefore work how to promote peace, to build a sustainable development, and governance all about the people. Our leadership know that governance is all about the people. Governance is not just about who controls power, who dominates. No, you empower the people.
Strategic communication by
continuous
government
strategic
officials.
Communication.
Yes, because strategic communication is two ways. You say, you listen, you analyze what you've heard, and then you put out. And all government officials should be joined, should understand the messaging that is coming out of their mouth. A single message, the right message from one person can douse this tension
They suggested steps should be taken around reducing the cost of governance by all tiers of government, affordable healthcare, and taking the message to the people at the grassroots towards better understanding and building trust. In Abuja, Lydia Samson, NTA News.
Away from protest now, the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badar Abubakar, has commended the bilateral relations between Nigeria and China that has grown significantly over the years, with both nations working together to pursue common interests in addressing common challenges. The minister gave the commendation during the 97th anniversary of the founding of the Chinese Embassy, Abuja. He noted that the robust partnership, particularly in the area of military cooperation, training and technology transfers, have been critical to both nations, with shared efforts to build a stronger and more capable military institution. As the country celebrates World Breastfeeding Day, NTA Lagos Channel 10 hosts a joyful breastfeeding event to empower mothers and celebrate babies. The goal is to emphasize the importance of exclusive breastfeeding. And the theme for the Breastfeeding Week is Filling the Gap. Reports.
Engaging talks where healthcare professionals educated nursing mothers on tips on breastfeeding techniques, overcoming challenges and benefits, which include improved cognitive development, enhanced mother and child bonding, and reduce risks of infant mortality, cancer, and other diseases. They also recommended exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life before breastfeeding along with solid food until age 2 or beyond.
Let us learn to breastfeed our children exclusively for 6 months, and let's all make it up to 2 years while we breastfeed those children. It has a long-standing benefits for us and for our children's future.
Okay, breastfeeding is something that is very, very essential, not just for the mother, but also for the child. Because breastfeeding is the only mode the child gets nutrients from its mother. At least gets nutrients to feed itself, to combat a lot of diseases. And for the mother, to breastfeeding is very essential because it helps reduce cases of ovarian cancer, breast cancer, and some other illnesses that could come up.
To spice up the event, there were an exciting baby contest that showcased the unique personalities of mothers and babies, and other delightful activities that left attendees glaring with joy and laughter. Awards were given to all those who participated in this contest, and there was an exceptional prize and medals for the contest winners. Attendees were also treated to an overload of goodies, include free medical checkups, drugs, nutritional food, refreshments, and others, serving as cherished remembrance of the special day. Attendees expressed how excited they were and were also grateful for the opportunity and knowledge received.
I'm very speechless because I shed tears of joy because I didn't even expect to be a winner of this contest, and I'm really, really grateful for all the supporters. I'm really grateful for this grateful opportunity.
I learned a lot, especially in the aspect of breastfeeding, the proper way of breastfeeding your child. I've had like 3 children already, but yet there was a new style of breastfeeding I was taught today.
The event was aimed at promoting and encouraging breastfeeding mothers. NTA Channel 10 Lagos also hoped to inspire more women to embrace this natural and important aspect of motherhood. In Lagos, Chineye Onyema, NTA News.
It was indeed a colorful event. Moving on, addressing cases of human trafficking in Nigeria requires a legal framework to provide for a coordinated manner of dealing with the issues involved. This was part of issues raised in an inaugural lecture on the Nigerian Institute for Advanced Legal Studies delivered by Professor Fatima Waziri Azi. Aston Anyone reports.
So Fatima Waziri Azi is the Director General of NAPTIP, but chosen to deliver the lecture on the topic, the interplay between corruption and human trafficking epidemic, implications and solutions for Nigeria. In her lecture, she admitted that there are enabling international, regional and national laws to check human trafficking, but this is not easy due to corruption in some quarters, citing alleged bribery of law enforcement officers, obstruction of justice, and alleged complicity of some government officials in trafficking operations.
Testimonies provided by investigators, prosecutors, victims of human trafficking, offenders, and convicted traffickers often reveal how they were induced to compromise cases.
Noting the feat achieved in the area of prosecution of human traffic offenders by NAPTIP in recent time, which shows a remarkable decline, she posited that corruption, which takes the form of financial inducement at various stages of trafficking operations, needs to be tackled.
We cannot effectively tackle human trafficking in Nigeria if we do not address the corruption angle.
Director General of Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, Professor Mohammed Tawfiq Ladan, acknowledged the impact of corruption in undermining counter-trafficking efforts and stressed the need for judicial intervention as well as political leaders sticking to protection of the security and welfare of the people.
When you have corruption creeping into human trafficking interventions or activities, or whether preventive or prosecutorial or investigative, then it distorts the national economy, it also undermines national security, and then it also completely makes nonsense of the human security and social protection effort of any nation.
The lecture series is to enable professors at the Institute share their knowledge with Nigerians in areas of their studies. In Abuja, Austin Anyebe, NTA News.
And you're still watching the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. More to come after this time out. To join us again.
Ebute Meta, a school where we're committed to nurturing every child to achieve their true potential. Ours is a place where your child can learn and grow, with over 70 years of nurturing children between the ages of 3 and 11.
Our diverse pupil body mirrors the richness of life tapestry, and we take pride in celebrating the unique qualities of each child.
Our curriculum is a rich blend of the Nigerian curriculum and the international curriculum in core subject areas.
Beyond textbooks, our well-rounded education extends to a variety of extracurricular activities, including sports, music, and arts.
With our emotional learning-based home task, opens up opportunities for our children to find what they're passionate about.
Our school boasts facilities designed to create an engaging and interactive learning experience, from custom-built classrooms to specialized spaces like an art studio, music room, ICT suite, and a well-equipped science laboratory.
Our devoted teachers are way more than our instructors. They are mentors dedicated to unlocking the full potential of each pupil.
We currently have a small pupil to teacher ratio, so your child will receive the attention he or she needs.
While we uphold the rigorous academic curriculum, we also value the importance of fun and play in our learning process.
Dive into our state-of-the-art swimming pool, cheer from the spectator stand, or run on our track and football field.
At St. Saviour's, we cultivate an environment where pupils feel secure, supported, and inspired to embrace challenges.
Our serene and picturesque location within the railway compound is safe and secure. What are you waiting for? Visit us today to learn more about us and how we can help your child succeed in his or her learning journey.
What is exclusive breastfeeding? It means feeding your baby only breast milk for the first 6 months of life, without any additional food or water. Exclusive breastfeeding provides all essential nutrients your baby needs for growth and development. It boosts their immune system, protecting them from infections and illnesses. Babies who are exclusively breastfed have a lower risk of respiratory infections, ear infections, and gastrointestinal issues. They also benefit from high IQ levels and have a stronger bond with their mothers. Healthy babies build healthy nations. When we invest in breastfeeding, we invest in brighter, healthier future for our communities. This message is brought to you by V-Care for Development Foundation. Together, we can ensure that every baby gets the best start in life.
Welcome back now to more reports. Building collapse in Nigeria in the last few years has been a growing concern for investors and government alike. This is due to the devastating impact on the socio-economic development of the nation. In the wake of the recent building collapse in Jos Plateau, which claimed innocent lives, a call to action is needed by all concerned stakeholders to reduce the impact of man-made phenomena on building through awareness and policy formulation by the government. Our correspondent examines the causes, effects, and ways of tackling building collapse in Nigeria. Building collapse, still a common phenomenon all over the world, is more rampant and devastating in developing countries like Nigeria, with its adverse effects on lives and property. Several causes of building failure, according to experts, has been attributed to either natural or man-made phenomena, such as the use of substandard building materials, poor workmanship, the use of quacks instead of professionals, non-enforcement of building codes or construction regulations, and corruption in the building industry have contributed immensely in most of the recorded cases of building failures.
Buildings, they have lifespan, where they are properly built right from the onset. You can have a building lasting up to 50 years and above. But one thing we lack here is the maintenance culture. Owners of building, they just put up the structure, correcting rents, and that's all. And because you fail to maintain those buildings, they deteriorate faster than expected.
So most of this building collapse is a result of the engineers handling the projects, and the project they are handling, they are not satisfying the land textures, the road bending laws, and the architectural work of the building.
Building on drainages, areas where they are not supposed to build, such things are also part of the problem.
We have entered the rainy season, and you know we are living in a salty ground and waterlogged area. So any building that are not strongly built can have the effect.
According to reports by the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, Nigeria has recorded 22 building collapses between January and July 2024. The report also states that Lagos takes the lead in the incidences of building collapse, with over 91 building collapse incidents resulting in more than 354 deaths from 2012 to 2024. Similarly, in Abuja, about 30 buildings have collapsed from 1993 to date, resulting in the death of more than 64 persons, leaving many injured. Most recent cases of building collapse across the country are those of Onitsha, Anambra State on June 12, 2024, Jos School building collapse on July 13, 2024 that left 22 students dead and 134 injured, as well as the Kubwa building collapse in Abuja. Considering this worrisome trend, how much effort has been invested in curbing incidences of collapsed buildings across the country?
At the national level, we're expecting to have an approval of the National Building Code. Yes, the professional has submitted one for over 15 years now, which has not been approved at the National Assembly. So this time there is need for an urgent, probably review of that submission because of the time. A lot of things has happened which need to be incorporated.
Government cannot be everywhere. And when you are building, I think they give out the license for you to build. But is there follow-up? Is there surveillance committees to follow up on this building? So they should step up their game.
Although some affected state governments have constituted panels of inquiry to investigate the various cases to find the immediate and remote causes to prevent future occurrences, experts say there is a need to do more.
More of advocacy will be required because the public needs to be well, informed about the laws relating to all the buildings, construction, maintenance, and the repercussion of non-compliance.
And we should not also push, even where they tell you, don't build here, that is not good. You cannot go behind and build it. And at the same time, somebody will not come and ratify that.
And talking health, cervical cancer is one of the most common cancers in the world. It is the fourth most common cancer affecting women globally and second most common cancer affecting women in Nigeria. Let's find out the causes and prevention of the human papillomavirus.
Of the most common cancers in the world, it is the fourth most common cancer affecting women globally and the second most common cancer affecting women in Nigeria. The good news is that it is treatable and preventable if human papillomavirus vaccine is taken, especially for children who are not sexually active, by taking right from the ages of 9 to 14, and women of reproductive age who have undergone medical screening exercise. The importance of the human papillomavirus vaccine for the younger girls is to protect them from cervical cancer later in life.
My understanding about cervical cancer is a cell that's called cervix that's connected to the vagina, which most women should know about. And I feel the infection comes maybe when women don't take care of the vagina properly. Like after urination, you don't wash your vagina.
According to UNICEF, a lot of rumors and misconceptions are going around that human papillomavirus vaccine is harmful and should not be taken by the young girls. These are mere misinformation and wrong perception of human papillomavirus vaccine and a baseless reasons.
If we can prevent it now, it pays better. So we can't even begin to imagine the cost of inaction. So what do we do as UNICEF, working with government, is to make sure that we get this message, the right messages, the convincing messages, and the demystified information, send it out to the people. Let them hear, let them encourage the people. Let people know that they are available, know the locations where they are available, and go and take this great opportunity.
So myths like the population, that the vaccines are meant to depopulate the country, to stop people from getting fertile. It's a rumor. It's not a fact, because even when we see governments build roads, build amenities, it's for the citizens to use it. So there's no way the government would limit or depopulate the country and still build amenities for his or our citizens to actually use.
However, the Lagos State government, in its bid, has made the vaccines available throughout the process free and everyone can access it.
To understand why they are having these misconceptions and let them understand that, yes, it's understandable to have a fear because it's new, but what the vaccine that is being introduced would definitely be a game changer for them, because the burden of cervical cancer in Nigeria is extremely high.
Going by the causes of this cervical cancer, all hands must be on deck for making sure that girls in their sexual active age and women generally ensure good diets, avoid some other risk factors like smoking, unprotected sex, amongst others. It is imperative to note that the human papillomavirus vaccine is free, safe, highly effective, and has longer duration of protecting the body. Let us change the narrative today, because they say prevention is better than cure.
And talking sports, let's join Olumide Eguntola for update on stories from the sporting world.
United States of America team added 4 more gold medals on day 6 of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games to be second on the medals table, behind China, that is currently leading with 11 gold, 7 silver and 6 bronze medals. Host France occupies 3rd position with 27 medals comprising 8 gold, 11 silver and 8 bronze medals. There are 25 gold medals events Friday, the most so far at the Games. Still on the Olympic Games, African champions the Tigers have assured sports-loving Nigerians of bouncing back to winning ways on Sunday when the team takes on Canada in a must-win third group game at the Olympics. The team headed by coach Ruena Wakama promised to come back stronger after losing its second group game to host nation France. Meanwhile, Minister of Sports Development Senator John Eno has extended his appreciation to the Super Falcons of Nigeria and badminton player Anuoluwa Pokpeyori for their commendable representation of Nigeria at the 2024 Olympic Games. The minister emphasized the importance of their participation, highlighting that qualifying and competing at the Olympics is a remarkable achievement that demonstrates dedication, skill and perseverance. He also urged the athletes to continue working hard, aiming for greater achievements in the future. Away from the Olympics, Nigerian under-20 female national team, the Falconets, continue preparations ahead of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, slated to commence on the 31st of August in Colombia. Coach Christopher Danjuma says the team currently camped in Abuja is showing signs of great improvement and determination to excel. The team won a string of friendly matches and are scheduled to fly out for a 2-week final camping in Colombia before their first match of the tournament against Korea Republic on the 1st of September 2024. With sports update, Olumide Eguntola, NT News.
And that concludes the package of the news at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. Many thanks for watching. I am SC Owamaka. Good evening.